That's not amazing. It's the Eiffel Tower all lit up. Yay!
Yay!
Pretty!
It's a lot darker here than it looks in the camera, I swear. I'm looking through the camera and it makes it look like it's really light outside, but the sky is super dark. Super dark.
No, it's not. What?
Well, I mean, it's still like light outside, but it's like...
It's almost 10 o'clock here.
Clouds.
Isn't this crazy? It's still so light.
Clouds are insane.
Here is the street where I'm standing. This is kind of scary for me. I have a serious heights problem, as some of you may know. But here I am, risking my life for you, to bring you footage. There's talk of going out tonight. I was debating whether or not to go, but how can I not? What with my new scarf and all.
Scarves.
Yeah, Katie has a scarf too.
We bought them
Her face is really big when I zoom in.
to be tourists.
Yeah.
Well, to be Parisians, but bought them at a tourist store.
Oh man, don't tell people back home that.
Okay. We're true Parisians, and we bought them at a Parisian store.
At night we practice our smug glares. That's really going to be the key. There you go, that's a good one. You're smiling too much though, like the Mona Lisa.
I cannot not smile. It's not, this character trait of mine. Only smile.
Yeah, I think that's an American girl thing. We're told to smile all the time when we're little, and then we can't stop, and it's involuntary. So last night when I was walking along the Seine by myself at midnight, which by the way is a really bad idea, don't do it. I was like, ooh, look, a path that leads under the bridges, and it's dark! Woo! Yeah, bad. So like I'm being hissed at, because men here don't whistle, they hiss at you, apparently. Or maybe that's just me. I'm not sure. Anyway. Oh my god, look, it's like glittering. Enough about me.
No, okay, alright. Picture
Bad. Anyway, I don't remember where I was going with that story. But, don't walk under the bridges of the Seine at midnight. It's a bad idea. Look at that. It's like a Christmas tree.
This looks like it's shedding glitters.
Shedding glitter. I like that. Yeah, Katie's been up here trying to get a good picture, and I don't think it's working out very well so far.
This looks super dark. I'm just trying to face find. That's all it is.
Very pretty. Oh, I remember where I was going with that story. So anyway, these men are like hissing at me and following me, and I'm thinking, shit, this was a really bad idea. But I didn't know how to disengage myself other than to run or to pretend that I was deaf. Because I just had this impulse to kind of talk to them and smile, or else to say something rude in English, which is what I would do to men in the States. But I wasn't sure how to react in Paris. That's my story. And back to the glittering tower. Look, pretty! Yay! And it's Notre Dame. Here we are. It's kind of amazing. Here's all of us being American and taking our pictures. Here are other tourists. This is not a sanctioned visit. We just wandered away tonight, and Notre Dame is very, very close to the foyer, which is where we are staying. For €7, you can climb the bell tower and go all the way to the top. It's 20 stories, apparently, up a winding staircase, and quite the exertion. had orientation with Dr. Costello, who it turns out is a very highly strung Chapel Hill professor who spends a lot of time living in Paris with his wife and not having a sense of humor and carrying a really fancy man purse. Anyway, he had us assemble maps of Paris, like jigsaw puzzles that he'd made, and I wasn't assembling mine fast enough, so he kept coming up behind me and going, "That's not where that goes," and lifting the piece and putting it where we're supposed to be. Made me feel sort of bad. He talked a lot about pickpocketing and student drunkenness and boring stuff that I'm sure he had to talk about. And then we went on a boat tour, which was really nice. And I did take some video footage, but it's not very good, mostly because the wind is pounding so hard against the camera that all you can really hear when you watch it is this obnoxious sort of hissing sound and the tour guide's voice coming in intermittently, so you can't really understand what she's saying. And mostly we couldn't either. But you can see a lot of the monuments from the Seine. It doesn't really, my footage doesn't do any of them justice, so I'll only include short clips, and you're really not missing anything. Let's see, otherwise, to answer your question, Mom, no, they do not feed us. There is no food of any sort provided. There's a grocery store a couple of blocks from the foyer, and I went a couple of days ago and bought eggs and pasta and yogurt and some fruit, and I don't remember what else. And I've mostly been eating eggs and pasta. I've been out... I haven't been out and eaten anything since that first day when we got coffee and croissants. I've been trying to not spend tons of money on food and eating out. Let's see. Today we take our placement tests, and I don't really have any thoughts about that. It's a placement test. I'll probably end up in the elementary French class, and that's fine. It's like the intermediate level. And where we take that class depends on how well we do on our tests. And I probably won't do very well, just historically, French being, I think, even worse than math. I never had a math teacher ask me not to take class with them, and that did happen in French. So, anyway, we have our first French culture class today in about half an hour. I've got to get dressed and go downstairs. I think that class is mostly going to entail walking around the city. I'm hoping it's going to be kind of a story time class. I hear the professor's really good. Honestly, I don't see how it could be bad, being in Paris. So, and none of these grades, or even the credits, are transferring to state, so honestly, I'm not going to kill myself over these classes. I think my language is going to improve just by virtue of being here. So, I guess that's all that's going on. I'll check in periodically. It's getting harder and harder to take videos, and my internet connection here at the foyer is really, really slow. So, loading them onto YouTube takes forever. So, I'm glad of the videos that I've been able to post at all, just because it takes me like all day. Anyway, I will check in. Hope you guys are having a good 4 a.m. where you are.